Hey everybody, it is May 16th, 2025. We're up here at the bees. It's been a few weeks. I'm gonna fill you in on what we've been doing. We had to go a third round on our queens because, well, I screwed up and we had a little bit of issues with the incubator. But our latest round, and I'll put a video, or I'm sorry, a picture in here of our third round of queens. Wow. We got 12 out of 12, 100% take. We put 6 cells in cages in an incubator down at the house. Let them go for a week or however long it took. Out of those, we got 4 out of the 6 to stay alive. Now, you're probably asking, what do you do with the rest of them? Well, here's what we did. Check this out. Right here, they superseded their queen. I could not find her going out, coming back, or anything like that. So I put a queen cell in here, in a cell protector, plastic cell protector. Okay? So she should have hatched today. 14 days from now, we will check and see what we got. This was the swarm hive from last year. I took everything out of there, turned it around backwards so the field bees would disperse everywhere else. And what we did was, come on over here.
And we made a meeting place where all the queen bees mate.
This is a 3-way mating nook. This is a box, one of my first boxes that I just threw together last year in the winter for fun. I took it, drilled 3 holes in it, put dividers in it. We put 3 queen cells in here. So we got 3 frames, 3 frames, 3 frames, a hole, and a hole. You see a little activity there. We'll take a look in here just to be sure. These 3 should have hatched today. What we got, yeah. I put some vent holes up here. I put some vent holes here. Some vents front and back so they don't get overheated. Some reflectics to seal the top so the bees don't go back and forth. So, 3 queens in there. 1 queen cell in there. Now, what we got here, I put another queen cell in here with some remaining frames and some bees from the old swarm hive. This queen that we thought was a drone layer kind of was laying some drones, but I think she was just kind of maybe catching up a little bit on some drones. I found a couple frames of nicely kept brood in there, so we're gonna let her do her thing, see how she's doing. Might throw a super on top so they can pull out some wax because they had some brood. All right, this one, this was our round 3 of grafts where we started them. I pulled the grafts out. I left a cell in there. She should have hatched today. This is the queen that was from our first round grafts that we weren't sure that she made it. It was about 10 to 14 days with all the rain. It's taken a full 14, I believe. Last time I checked this a week ago, there were eggs in here, so that's awesome. Okay, this queen, still doing great from last year. Still doing great. We'll see today if they've started putting any nectar up here and making some honey for us. Okay, that leaves me 4 queens left in here. What I'm going to do, they are in cages. I'm going to take those queens
and put them in all the boxes that don't have queens.
No, we're going to put them in this box. We're going to bank them and see if we can bank them for a few weeks. Probably more like a week or 2. But we're going to see what happens, a little experiment. We'll put them in there with some nurse bees or some, what are they called in the cages? Some tender bees or some bees to take care of the queens. Okay, so I have a little bit of help today. Somebody wanted to come and maybe be my new videographer. And this is who?
Waylon.
Good job. All right. So he is going to be doing a little bit of video today. So if the video gets a little bit shaky, it is probably because he's got a hold of the camera. We're going to start by, I want to get these queens popped in there for banking. We'll get some bees put in there to take care of the queens. And let's get started. Everybody's looking happy. The blackberries, as you can see back there, and the white flowers. I'll put a picture in here of them. We got blackberries there. We got blackberries there. We got blackberries there. Down the road, I've seen fields of blackberries.
And
flowers everywhere.
Blackberries.
And they love blackberries. Yes, they do. They love the blackberry blossoms so they can bring in blackberry nectar. No, I'm going kind of fast. Yes, because there are a little bit of clouds on the horizon. We want to get this done. So, hang tight. We're going to look through here. We're going to get some bees installed. We're going to check on some of this, and we'll get right back with you. See it recording and see the red? Okay, now, see this big black button?
Yeah.
You push it up and the camera goes up. Push it down. Yeah. The camera goes
and
down.
push it side?
You don't really need to push it side to side. All you got to do is this.
Yeah.
Okay? It's kind of set about perfect for you. Okay? So let's start. Okay, everybody, here we go. We're going to throw a little bit of smoke in the entrance here to let them know. What are we doing? Letting them know we're home?
Yeah.
Here we come. All right. Ooh, I hear them roaring. Okay, let's pull the top off. All right. Come on, get a little closer, Waylon. Let's take a look inside. Look at that. We got bees. Okay. See them?
There's
right.
lots of them.
Lots of them. We'll give a little bit of smoke. Make some go down in there. Okay. Now, where's our hive tool?
And it's in the gator.
In the Ranger?
Yeah. We'll go get that.
I'll get it. I'll get it. Where'd you put it? Oh, you put it in the back.
Yeah. Sometimes we forget stuff. But not always.
Got it. Okay. All right. The queen cell that I left in here was on the center frame. We're going to pop it out of here. And hopefully she hatched, right?
Yes. And
whoa! Look at all the burr comb. What? Do you see that?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Isn't that cool? All right, well look.
That's just an empty frame, by the way.
Now, this is the cell that I left in here. Did she hatch? I think she hatched.
Yeah, I think she hatched.
It's open, right?
Oh, yep.
Okay, so she hatched. How cool is that? Now,
cool.
Pretty cool?
Yeah.
Now, what we're going to do, we could not find our rubber bands. I have no idea where the rubber bands went.
So we decided to use our toothpicks from the cell.
Decided to use the toothpicks from the cell. You're right. Okay, let's kind of shake these down in there a little bit. Do this little number right here. Look at them going everywhere. They're running. They're saying there's a fire. That's okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They'll get off of there.
Yeah.
Check out all that comb they built.
Woo. Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
And basically the small one is where the queen hatched.
The small one is where the queen hatched. You're right. We got a true scientist with us today, right?
Yeah.
You're a scientist?
Yeah, and
okay.
I am being
the videographer.
Yeah.
So, let's see what we got here. In case anybody wants to take a look, look how pretty that queen is. Hold on, let me get you where you can see her. Look how dark she is. Okay.
Yeah, she's pretty.
All right. Now, we want to make sure that she stays in there. Now, all these little queens might not make it. That's okay. That is okay. It's nature. Nature happens, right?
And every time nature's happened, like nature sometimes wants to kill bees. If it wants to, it can.
Yep. Now look at this queen. Look how light colored this queen is. Boy, she's pretty, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get her back in there.
I mean, that long queen is very long and
Yep. Queens
she's
are a lot
very
longer.
beautiful.
Yep. Okay. That queen right there, she's down in the bottom.
Eating her royal jelly, which we tasted in the garage, and it was pretty good. Well,
Look at
it
her.
was
She's
kinda
freshly
slow.
hatched. She's freshly hatched. See how light colored she is?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's one beautiful queen.
Okay, she's one beautiful queen. Okay, let's get her back down in there.
She's kind of like the most beautiful queen as yet.
Okay, so now what we need to do here, we want to put a few bees in these cages. So Waylon, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. You see these bees with their butts up in the air?
Yeah.
Come here. Get in there. Okay, there's one.
What does
Two.
that mean?
3, 4.
What is it?
What do you think? 5?
Yeah.
Oh, come here. 5. Okay. We got the cap like that.
Then what will happen?
That might be a little too many in there.
Yeah.
Let's let
2 out.
You think 2?
Yeah.
Okay. There's one came out. Oh, we don't want the queen to get out.
Where is she?
Let's leave 4.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave 4. So we got 4.
And you probably might notice that I'm new.
He's new, yep. And 1. And 2. And uh-oh, get in there. 3, come here. Uh-oh. Oh, they don't want to stay in there, do they? Did I get 4? Oh boy, oh boy. Look at, oh geez, they come out. Okay, let's start over. 1, come on, get in there. They don't want to go in there. 1.
I know, they're starting to be very mean.
No, they're not. 2.
Well, look at this one.
3.
Those guys are crazy.
Oh,
With the
we keep losing them.
queen.
Okay, come on, get in there. Okay. Oh,
Those guys
come on.
don't want to be with the queen.
Girls, right? They're all girls. Okay, there's
They're all
that.
girls. If you might not know if there are boys or girls, they're
Uh-oh.
all girls.
Okay, here we go. 1.
You smashed one.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
2.
If you smash one, that's okay because you still have plenty of bees.
Yeah, we be gentle, right?
Yeah.
3. Nope. 4. Come on. Okay. We got that. We got one more to go. Where is she at? Oh, she's on the lid. Come on. Okay. 1. 2.
Sometimes I'm moving the camera up and down. Sometimes.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Sometimes it accidentally faces at the tree
It's
when
okay.
I hold it.
Oh.
But that's okay.
That's okay.
If you've seen that, that was just
Oh,
the surroundings of the trees.
oh.
So,
Boy, they don't.
act like you never seen those kind of trees.
Come on, get down there. Okay. Whew. All right. 4 queens. We got 4 approximately bees in each one. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is our hive tool. Hopefully it doesn't rain on us, Waylon. We don't have to have all of the frames in there. Not a big deal.
Yeah, not a big deal.
Not a big deal, huh?
We don't have to do lots of stuff,
But what they'll do is they'll take care of these queens. We'll see how long. Because we really don't need these queens right off the bat. But let's stick these down in
if
here.
you wonder what that is, that's an ant. And
That's an ant.
yeah.
I don't know if that's going to work, Waylon. Okay, we're going to have to try something else. All right, let's try this. Let's get rid of the toothpicks.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to turn this upside down. And we're going to use something like that. One. We were looking for our rubber bands. We have no idea where our rubber bands went that we got for this project. I'm sure they're in the garage somewhere, but it is a disaster. Okay.
Because there's lots of stuff that we need in the garage.
Yep. Ooh, drop it. Back up, Waylon, please. There you go. And then
Look at the bee.
back up, Waylon. If you get too close, it'll get blurry.
I'm not that close.
Okay.
So it's not blurry.
Okay. And 4. Okay, this is called banking the queens, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to squeeze.
But we'll let them smell them first.
Now they should have a queen in here that hatched, but I know there's a big space there. It's okay. They're going to build comb, but they're in there, and they will hopefully take care of our queen. All right, let's get the lid back on. Lid back on top. Okay.
That was our first hive done.
First hive done.
Now
Stop the
time
video.
for the second hive.
Stop the
And
video.
our next video will be the second hive.
Stop the video. Okay, we put a little smoke on the inside. Now this is the one that had kind of our drone layer, but she was starting to do pretty good last time I looked. Lots of bees in there. Waylon, can you see the bees in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Hear how quiet they are. They're nice and calm. Now, we put some of this fresh comb in here.
And
this is plastic. I'm sorry, not comb. This is plastic foundation.
yeah, the plastic foundation
Is from Acorn.
yeah.
Okay, now let's pull out. Let's pull out a center frame here. I should have pulled one out from the edge first, but that's okay. Now this queen is marked blue. She's got eggs laying everywhere in here, which is good. Lots of brood, lots of
drones on the back.
lots of drones on the back, but there's lots of eggs in there. That's okay. We're gonna let her keep going and doing her thing, because let's move this down here. Let's see what we got on this next frame.
Look how calm they are right now.
They are. They really like their queen, huh? Okay, there's some brood in there. And we'll keep an eye on this queen and see how she keeps doing. So the reason that I think that she's okay, it's this frame right here. She may not be mated real well, because there's a lot of drones mixed in with everything else. But there's our queen. See the blue queen? You see her? The blue one?
Don't see a blue dot.
She's right here at the bottom. Right here.
See?
See her? Okay.
That's our queen.
She might not be mated.
Blue.
She might not be mated the greatest, but she is running around in there. So let's put her back together. Let's see. We were over. Where did we pull her out? Pull those out from right here. Okay. We'll put all this together.
Look how calm they are. We barely need the smoke. We don't even need the smoker for this one.
You're right. So gently get this back down in there. See how quiet they are?
So that way we don't smash the bees.
Yep.
And if we do, we got plenty of bees.
Well, we don't want to smash the bees.
We kind of like have a lot of boxes, but it's worth a shot.
Yep. we're gonna put this on there.
And I don't think...
And give her some more room. Yes, it's a honey super, but that's okay.
And I don't think you know that they're kind of going upwards. When you put it down, they look upwards to you, but they really are upwards.
Yes, I know we're gonna leave a little extra space in here.
So that way they have room, so that way the queen bee has like room when it gets big.
We'll just leave this like this.
Well, it's fully sized now. Because we had these boxes for a long time.
Well, they're a year old.
And
they're kind of stuck together. We're not using our frame spacer or nothing. Spider, okay, got it. We'll put the lid back on.
And then we'll put...
And we will not bother her anymore. Okay. All right.
Now
let's put a weight on top. Okay. Now we put a queen cell in here. Let's check and see what we got going on if the queen cell hatched.
Yeah,
we got a lot of bees laying in our syrup.
If you not notice, this is right here, which they're not flying out.
We put some syrup in here, and it seems like some of the bees got a little crazy in the syrup. So we'll throw some sticks in there. What?
Are we going to check the
mating
box?
We will.
We're going to check the mating box after.
So it looks like a lot of these bees may not have stayed. Ooh. Here's the queen cell, which could be a dud, and it looks like this box they have kind of left. So that's okay.
Yeah.
No big deal.
I mean,
this queen actually, this queen may not have been any good. Nope, this queen was no good. There was not enough bees in here. If you look in there, she's still really light colored. So they did not keep her warm enough, which...
That's bad when she's like collared. Well, that's kind of good, but
that's
you don't want her to be like that, because if she is like that, that means she's still born. That means she's not born.
So these bees, we're just going to close them up, because that's just what we're going to do. There's not really enough bees in there for anything, and the queen did not take on that one, which that's okay. That is okay. This is not a big deal. So this is going to be
because we can always put a queen in that box.
Yep, we can put a queen in that box when we need to.
Always when we need to, because we already have 4 queens. We already told you that, and it's in this box right here.
Okay, so let's go ahead and check and see what kind of honey we got coming out of this box.
I mean, this box is the best box on earth, but it ain't that good. But as you can see, he did some bee symbols.
We're not going to bother the brood nest area. Okay, look at that. Capped honey, right?
Yeah, which that means we're having tons of honey. What? We don't have a honey super. Well, that's...
I don't think we're going to have tons of honey, but we'll have some.
We don't have a... I think that is a honey super.
Yes. Look at that. That's got lots of honey in that side.
Yeah,
and
but big honey.
Capped honey on that side, okay?
Yeah.
All
so, we're going to have like... I didn't know that. We're going to probably have lots of honey for this year.
Well, we're not going to... This one's empty.
And
that one's got a super. Okay, let's check in here and see how she's doing.
I've been talking a little too loud, which that's probably going to disturb the bees.
Look at this. This is full of bees. Okay.
And if you heard that sound, that's them starting to act like there's a forest fire, but there's really not. It's just a smoker.
Right.
That's the smoker.
Okay, let's do this.
And you probably might notice what that's smoking from. It's the smoke.
Okay, look at that. They're pulling out some fresh wax. She has eggs everywhere. And look, first frame I pulled out. See her? The blue queen.
Yeah, you can.
See her?
You can see her with the blue dot just a tiny bit.
Okay, we're going to stick
But not
her
that much.
carefully right back in there. You know what we're going to do? We're resourceful, right?
Yep.
We have a whole box right here. We're going to get rid of this.
And that's full of...
We'll get rid of this feeder.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll put more boxes.
Oh, look, watch what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and take this.
Look at that bee.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
What?
Look at this. We've got a problem. We don't want
Larva?
to...
There's a larva problem?
See the larvas?
Yeah.
You know what those are?
What?
Take a guess. Small hive beetle.
I knew it.
You knew it. Small hive beetle. We don't want that at all, do we? Okay, let's put this over here. We'll take care of that.
We had a problem at first, but we thought there was lots of stuff like on it, but I'm starting
They're
to
really
get-
weak, so that's okay.
Yeah.
What we're going to do.
I'm starting to get a little scared, but that's okay. I haven't been up in the bees for a little while.
Okay.
And you might not notice that
All right.
Jeremy
Watch this.
is very good, but I haven't been here in a little while, and he's been making more stuff.
We're going to put them box on top. We're going to give them some comb, or some foundation, some comb.
Which that's what they need. We need to give them as much stuff as we need. Like,
That is wonky comb.
what is that?
That was a wood roach.
I love those guys. Those are like cockroaches.
Yep, pretty much.
They're
They live-
unsquishable too. Like
but they live in the woods.
they're unsquishable too, like a real cockroach.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Well, they're kinda.
Kinda. Okay, that one's started to be pulled out. We'll throw that up there. We're working.
I'm just gonna
Over
go
here
over
we're working.
here
We got 1, 2, 3, 4,
because-
5. We put them on top. We'll let her come up. Okay? Now, let's throw this. Okay. We don't need this bottom board at this moment in time. We will just throw that like that. We'll throw that on its side. We will take this lid. These should come up in there. Do that. We got a brick. And now we have a little...
And you might not notice, this is the one that we're doing like almost all the boxes.
Okay. Now. Okay, so that's empty. This is making a little bit of honey. This has got small hive beetle larvae. Yucky.
Yeah, I'll
everywhere.
show you it again.
Okay. We are going to...
Which that is very bad because it would turn into beetle smashers, and those kind of beetles, I like to call them beetle smashers because they smash the comb and steal their honey.
Okay. So,
They kind of like steal, well, they steal everything. By
we
the
got
way.
one heck of a narrator today, that's for sure. Okay, good. Empty. We'll let them build up into that before we switch them to do that 10 frame.
And,
This is going to go with us.
Yep.
This
And
is going to go with us,
might-
right?
And you might not realize that we're not tracking this one because those ones are kind of disturbing. Those ones are disturbing because they're kind of mad. But we're still going to check it and make sure we don't interact with them too much.
All right, we're going to give them some smoke.
They'll probably try to sting us like hard, and they can sting you through the suit, but they really don't want to sting you through the suit.
Ooh. Okay. Waylon, can you get up in there and see? Hold it up there. There you go. Hold it up higher. There you go.
Now
Okay, so we have bees up here. They are in there. Let's drive them down a little bit. Okay.
And this is my first day trying, well, I mean, never mind. This is my first day trying to,
Okay, Waylon, look.
well, it's actually my first day.
There's a little bit of nectar in the middle.
And if you
Just
see,
in the middle, a little bit of shiny nectar. And they're pulling out some comb up here,
and
just like they should be doing.
I think this, I mean, if they're like super duper black, that means they're old. But if
We
they're
got a little bit of
like
nectar there.
light,
We got some nectar. Okay, a little bit of nectar. A little bit, not as much as I would like to have, but we've got some nectar. And they're pulling out all these frames. So they're doing what they're doing.
Let me show you again. I'm not tall enough though. But when I grow up, I'll be just like my dad.
Yep. Okay.
And I'll be able to, and me and my dad will be able to check them whenever we want.
Okay, they haven't
By
really...
the way, I won't like move to a different house. I'll just stay in this house.
Okay. You can see that's some fresh comb starting on there. Fresh wax starting. Okay.
Yeah.
They are doing exactly what they're supposed to do, Waylon. They're just doing it slowly. Okay? That's okay.
Now this is a good angle for them.
You like that angle?
Yeah.
Are you a professional?
Well, this is just my first time
Okay.
videoing, and I'm not like professional, but first I'm like starting off good.
Okay.
Remember I told you, just the
All right, Waylon, did I have a rock on top of here?
Yes. And
This one?
Yeah, that rock.
Okay.
Well, that's basically a brick, not a rock, so sometimes he messes up the wrong words
Okay, I'm
and
sorry.
forgets stuff like me and
Okay.
you, which I probably already told you.
All right, I'm sorry. Okay. Now, we are going to look here, right?
And our mating box were almost like some of our queens, like sometimes mate. Just some of our queens like mate.
Okay, we're going to pull this top off. Look at that. Perfect.
Now,
We have bees down in there. We have lots of bees in there with lots of white comb. White comb is good, right? That's our fresh comb.
Yep.
Okay,
And
and
I'll
they're
show
starting
you
on that
a
one.
little closer, so that way you know what we're talking about.
Okay. So there's, that cell is in there, that cell is in there, that cell is in there. We're not going to disturb them. We're going to leave them alone.
And you might not notice there's some little wax right here,
We're not even going to mess with it.
but
Okay?
we're not gonna mess with
Nope.
it because it has to be like way bigger.
We're going to put this back on like this.
By the way, if you forgot the word where the bees like spread out almost all of it close to another frame, like that stuff is wacky comb.
Wonky comb?
Wonky comb, not wacky comb.
Well, it can be wacky too.
Because it's like waxy. I kind of like to call it wacky comb because it's like waxy.
Okay, Waylon. Okay, everybody.
Sorry that I made you look at my glove.
Okay. All right, everybody, to recap what we did here today. We checked a little bit in this hive. They're making a little bit of, or bringing in a little bit of nectar in the top, which is making a little bit of honey. We added another empty box on top of here with a couple frames of drawn foundation. And we also added a couple of frames of just plastic foundation in there. Sorry about that. We had a little bit of issue with the camera, or the camera operator. Like I said, we'll let that queen build up into there. This hatched, and we put some queens in here to bank. This hive here has a mediocre queen in it. She's doing okay, not the greatest, but they are doing some stuff. This box over here is empty, and this box over here has a few frames in the top with nectar and honey. Over here, we did our three-way mating nuke. We checked it out, made sure everything was okay. So, hope you enjoyed the kind of quick video today. I had a good helper helping me with the camera operation. We're just going to let everything kind of go here. We'll check on those banked queens in about a week and make sure that they're okay, and kind of a little science experiment, seeing if we can bank queens for a week or so. In here, we don't want to leave them in the incubator because it's just not the right conditions for them. So, thanks for watching. Keep on watching. Like and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
See you next time. Thanks for watching. See you next time.